Hello everyone. My name is Evidence, and I welcome you to Provinces and Capital in Canada with her brief history. And I am not here alone. I have with me.
I am Confidence. Now, let's get started. Canada is a country in the continent of North America. Her history is deeply rooted in the cultures of its indigenous peoples, including the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis, who lived on the land for thousands of years. In the late 15th century, European explorers arrived, with John Cabot landing on the coast in 1497.
French explorer Jacques Cartier followed, leading to the establishment of New France in the early 1600s. The French influence was strongest in Quebec, but after the Seven Years' War, 1756 to 1763, the Treaty of Paris granted control of French territories in North America to Britain.
Canada gradually moved toward self-government, starting with the Confederation in 1867, which united Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick as a dominion of Britain. Additional provinces and territories joined in subsequent years. Canada continued to push for full independence from Britain, achieving it with the Constitution Act in 1982, marking Canada's full sovereignty.
Currency.
The official currency of Canada is the Canadian dollar CAD, often represented with the symbol dollar or $, to distinguish it from other dollar currencies. Introduced in 1858, the Canadian dollar is among the most widely held reserve currencies globally due to Canada's stable economy.
Major sources of income.
Canada's economy is highly developed and diverse, with a strong emphasis on natural resources. Canada is rich in natural resources such as oil, natural gas, timber, and minerals. It is one of the world's largest oil producers, with Alberta being a significant oil-producing province. Canada also engages in manufacturing in major industries which include automobile production, especially in Ontario, aerospace, and technology.
Agriculture.
In agriculture, Canada is a major exporter of agricultural products. Produces in different part of the country. Canada produces a wide range of agricultural products due to its diverse climate and expansive farmland. Key agricultural products include 1. Wheat. Canada is one of the world's largest exporters of wheat, particularly known for its high-quality durum wheat. 2. Canola. Canada is the top producer and exporter of canola oil and seeds. 3. Barley, commonly used for animal feed, brewing, and malting. 4. Soybeans, grown mainly in Ontario, Quebec, and Manitoba. 5. Corn, produced primarily in Ontario and Quebec for livestock feed and ethanol production. 6. Pulses, including lentils, peas, chickpeas, and beans, with significant exports to international markets. 7. Dairy products. Canada has a robust dairy industry, producing milk, cheese, and butter. 8. Beef and pork. Canada is known for its high-quality beef and pork, exported globally. 9. Poultry and eggs, produced for both domestic consumption and export. 10. Fruits, such as apples, blueberries, and cherries, especially grown in British Columbia, Ontario, and Quebec. 11. Vegetables, including potatoes, carrots, and tomatoes. 12. Maple syrup, a signature Canadian product, with Quebec producing most of the world's supply. These products support Canada's status as a major player in global agricultural markets.
Services.
Canada has a strong service sector, particularly in finance, real estate, and tourism. The service sector is the largest sector, employing over 70% of Canadians.
Ethnic groups.
Canada is known for its multicultural society, with significant diversity resulting from immigration. Major ethnic groups include British and Irish. These groups are among the largest ethnic backgrounds due to historical British influence. French, concentrated primarily in Quebec, where the French language and culture remain strong. Indigenous peoples, includes First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. Asian and South Asian. Significant Chinese, Indian, and Filipino communities are found in urban centers like Vancouver and Toronto. European. Various European communities, including Italian, German, and Ukrainian, have long-standing roots in Canada.
Religion.
Canada is known for being religiously diverse and secular, with freedom of religion protected by law. The main religions in Canada include Christianity, the largest religious group, with Roman Catholicism and various Protestant denominations, e.g., United Church of Canada, Anglican, Baptist, and Lutheran being prominent. Islam, the second largest religion in Canada and growing, with communities present in major cities. Hinduism, Sikhism, and Buddhism, these religions are practiced by significant communities, particularly in cities with large South Asian populations like Toronto and Vancouver. Judaism, a well-established community with a long history in Canada. Indigenous spirituality, many Indigenous people practice traditional spiritual beliefs that have been passed down for generations. No religious affiliation, a significant portion of Canadians identify as non-religious or atheist agnostic. Other smaller religious communities include Baha'i, Jainism, and various new religious movements.
Colonization.
In colonization, the French were the first Europeans to settle in Canada, establishing Quebec City in 1608 and other parts of New France along the St. Lawrence River. By the 18th century, British influence grew, and after the 7 Years' War, the British took control. Despite British rule, the French cultural presence in Canada, particularly in Quebec, remained strong. Colonization had profound impacts on Indigenous communities, leading to significant cultural, economic, and health challenges.
System of government.
Canada operates as a constitutional monarchy and parliamentary democracy. The British monarch serves as the ceremonial head of state, represented in Canada by the Governor-General, while the Prime Minister is the head of government and the main political leader. The Canadian government is structured with a House of Commons and a Senate, and the legal system is based on English common law, except in Quebec, which uses a civil law system for private matters.
Indigenous tribes.
Canada comprises of many distinct groups with their own languages and traditions, such as the Cree, Ojibwe, and Haida. Inuit, Indigenous people primarily living in the Arctic regions, known for their distinct culture and language. Inuktitut, Métis, people of mixed Indigenous and European, primarily French, ancestry, with unique cultural traditions.
What are the languages spoken in Canada?
Canada is officially bilingual. English and French are used in government, courts, and official documents. English is predominant in most provinces, while French is primarily spoken in Quebec and parts of New Brunswick. Other languages widely spoken include Indigenous languages, Punjabi, Mandarin, Spanish, and Italian, reflecting Canada's diverse population.
What is the official language spoken in Canada?
Both English and French are official languages spoken in Canada, with all federal institutions offering services in both. Each province decides its official languages for provincial matters. Quebec, for example, operates primarily in French.
What are citizens called in Canada?
Citizens of Canada are called Canadian.
What are the provinces, territories, and capitals in Canada?
Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. Each has its own capital. Provinces: Toronto, Ontario; Quebec, Quebec City; Nova Scotia, Halifax; New Brunswick, Fredericton; Manitoba, Winnipeg; British Columbia, Victoria; Prince Edward Island, Charlottetown; Saskatchewan, Regina; Alberta, Edmonton; Newfoundland and Labrador, St. John.
Territories.
The territories are Yukon, Whitehorse; Northwest Territories, Yellowknife; Nunavut, Iqaluit. Each province has its own jurisdiction over areas such as education and health, while the territories have powers delegated by the federal government due to their unique geographic and demographic characteristics. Thank you. I hope you learn 1 or 2 things on brief history of Canada, provinces, territories and capital.
Yes, I really learned a lot. Please subscribe to this channel and endeavor to like, comment and share this video.
Thank you for watching JKN Animation TV. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel. And turn on the notification button to receive update of our latest on state capital and brief history of countries around the world. And please follow us on all our social media handles, at JKN-Animation TV. See you in our next update. Thank you.
Let's improve. Spin around, wave your hands. Healthy kids in every land. Eat fruits and veggies on green and gold.